Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Mr. Peter here. Catch episode 9 of my Pokemon White Let's Play. Now, if you may have noticed, my mic sounds a little funny. Now, funny story, but OBS thought it'd be really funny to, I don't know, unhook my audio. So it didn't record my mic audio, basically. So this is a voiceover. This is voiceover missed, post-recording missed here. And, yeah, we're going to episode 9 of Pokemon White. Now, I'll be mostly talking and yapping about random stuff, really, throughout the most of the thing. Because I'm not going to reenact what I was saying throughout the video. Mostly because I don't want it to seem fake. So, we're just going to be chilling here, you know? But, hope you guys have had a great start of your week. I'm chilling, vibing, you know? Work was easy today, so I got to record and stuff. And, I'm just chilling right now, trying to get this voiceover done. On the last episode, we're gonna do the little. Okay, the last episode, we're gonna do this as a gameplay plays in the background. The last episode, we actually stopped Team Plasma from taking the Dragon Skull, right? And we gave it back to Lenora, who took it back to her museum, back in her little city or whatever, her little town. And this episode, we're actually headed over to Castelia City, where we're gonna be vibing, we're gonna be chilling, doing what we do best. I think the main idea of today was to just explore Castelia City, because I didn't want to speed run through like the gym leader or whatever, and I'm pretty sure there's some lore related stuff in between anyway, so I don't want to speed run through a whole lot of it. But as you can see in the background, Smokey is cooking. That flame charge goes great with Smokey. Now, I didn't think Smokey would be that fast, but you know, it's Smokey. We love Smokey. She's an icon, you know. Obviously she's a starter, so obviously Smokey's gonna be doing Smokey things. But Topher comes out here, and I was talking about how I want to train Topher to at least evolve him, because I am trying to fill up the Pokédex pages as much as I can. And when I get to bigger, more trainable areas, I will start training Pokemon to actually fill up those pages, because I believe I did that in Pokemon Emerald. I don't think I did that in Platinum. But whatchamacallit? But oh man, I'm not gonna be the second time I tried to do this voiceover. I think it was the first time it kind of cut off unexpectedly, but Topher gets absolutely clapped here. But yeah, I believe this Woobat was spamming heart stamp, so that's kind of why as well. But where was it? Oh yeah, so I want to fill up the Pokemon pages, Poké pages a little more, or the Pokédex pages a little bit more. That way it's I don't know, it's a lot better. You know, it's a lot cooler when, you know, I don't think Professor Juniper really talks about it a whole lot during the game. But I just want to keep doing it just because, you know, it's part of Pokemon, and it gives me more team options, you know? So when I get more access to more areas, I believe past Driftvale City, which is past the gym. So if anything, just anything past the port. I have to think about it. It could be the desert as well, but we'll see. But we see Pebble absolutely clobbering this Woobat, who was spamming who was a bit of a spammer, and Pebble learning Mud Slap here, which, you know, we're vibing with that. What's the word? Considering that, you know, Pebble could use Mud Slap against some of them pesky, some of them pesky, fire types. Obviously, fire types are not really an issue to, Oh, I got distracted. I'm sorry. With the fire, you know, because Pebble's rock, but Smokey here evolving into Pignite, and I'm really happy to watch Smokey grow. I love Pignite. I love the Tepic line. Granted, I do prefer the Oshawott line, but Tepic line's always great. I've got a little. Again, it's the second time I tried recording this. It's not, you know, it's not working out for me very well, you know. But yeah, Smokey evolving is great and all, because it really helps us out here. So, you know, whatchamacallit? What's the word? Oh, I'm forgetting. Oh, okay. So I'm blanking out. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not very good at this voiceover stuff, but I sent out Smokey, of course, as a Muna psychic type, but Smokey's part fighting. So here I was like, oh, Smokey can get it, KO it, but Muna survives with a smidge bit of HP and manages to moonlight it, so Smokey can be put to sleep by that yawn. I really need to lock in. I need to lock in, honestly. So I swap out Smokey for Lucas, because Lucas has Bite and Lucas is an evolved Pokemon. Lucas is a good boy. We love Lucas. We love the Lollipop line. Absolute banger line, honestly. They imprison. Obviously, what are you going to imprison? We don't have the same moves. Like, get him out of here, Lucas. Boom. And I was like, good boy, Lucas. I'm so proud of you, good boy. But we beat this guy, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and we move on with our day. We head over to heal with this lady at the Pinwheel Forest, which it's convenient that she's there. That way I don't have to walk back to town to the Pokemon Center. So it's super nice and convenient. And here's where I state that I really want to train Topher, so I swap him out, or I swap Smokey out and let Topher go first. What's the word? So now that that's done, we're actually gonna be heading over to the Castelia, which we have to go through the Skyro Bridge, which I believe I called it the Castelia Bridge on accident, because I had forgotten what it was called, and I was like, you know. And this is a battle. I didn't know this was a battle. So we battle this young lady. And you know, she has 2 mods. I believe she has like it's P-Dub and I forgot what else she had. But she has 2 mods. So here's where kind of Topher's training starts up. Topher is he's a pretty good mod now. P-Dub goes for a quick attack, and here I was praying they didn't spam quick attack, because you know some of these AI trainers do love their quick attack, and they love going for quick attack because it's beneficial, it has priority. But here's where I noticed that Topher was faster without the quick attack. Topher is faster than P-Dub, so it worked, and that's because Topher isn't really the fastest, so it works out for me. Here's where, and then I start going for the full-on attacks. Unfortunately, though, here's kind of where I panic and go, well, I can't risk Topher, so I go for Super Potion. And now looking back at it, I could have risked it because I believe P-Dub hits Air Cutter, which it is slower, so Topher could have gone first and KO'd it without any incident. But still, I mean, they had another Mon regardless. I think even then, healing it was the best move. Because look, I took a bit of unnecessary damage there still. So, not a big deal though, because we got it out of the way. Purloin, right? Yeah, Purloin. So it sends out. She sends out Purloin, and Purloin is a little bit of something, you know. She is. She's not that great, but she. I mean, in the right hands, obviously, any Pokemon can be great, but Purloin, obviously, you know. I believe Purloin is just. You know, Purloin is just Purloin. One of them starter Pokemon, you know. Well, one of them early road Pokemon. Unfortunately for Purloin, the Fierce Hip only hit twice, so Topher was able to come in clutch and absolutely dog on this cat. No pun intended, you know what I'm saying. But we do beat her, obviously. And here's where I'm thinking, I need to heal Topher, but then I remembered I haven't taught any of my normal mons Retaliate because I keep forgetting. It's been a really bad habit of mine to you know, not teach Retaliate to my Pokemon. So what I do is I actually slap on Retaliate, or I select Retaliate and actually only teach it to Lucas. Because here's the thing, I'm not gonna keep Topher, right? And I could teach Retaliate to make my life a little easier. I believe I do get rid of Attack Wear, but I could slap on Retaliate on Topher to make life easier, and I probably will. Now I'm thinking about it, because I'm gonna train him and push him to evolve to evolution. That way I can fill up the pages on my Pokédex. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, we talked to this guy before entering the heading to the Skyro Bridge, which again, it's something. Now, this next part I genuinely forgot was in the game. This is beautiful, and I'm going to basically reenact what I had said, what I was saying. So, I was fanboying over this section because I had forgotten about it. I was like, this is so nice. Imagine going on a date or having lunch, like sitting on that little bench and having lunch with your date or by yourself. Like that would be nice, especially on a little cloudiness like that, you know. I head out, obviously. I head out and I was like, well, I gotta get to Castelia because obviously I gotta explore Castelia and all that jazz. And I head over to Skyward Bridge, and then I remember the guy in that room has an item. I do remember because I beat this game so many times, and I've basically done a good amount of the stuff. There's probably some stuff I haven't done, but I've done a good amount of stuff to at least be knowledgeable enough to the point where I know who gives items and who doesn't for the most part. But I'm gonna head to the Skyward Bridge here, so I'm gonna be quiet, let you guys take in the ambience and the sound of the Skyward Bridge, and I'll be back when we get to Castelia. Oh man, I am still in awe. I have to sit back and watch, you know, because when I actually did the recording, I did have a little moment of silence where I was like just walking through the bridge. It's such a nice little thing, and I don't understand how this generation was ever hated. I really like to point fingers at Gen 1ers because those guys are purists. I don't like purists at all in any community. Call of Duty, Pokemon, I don't like them. It's annoying, and I believe I do say this in the video. So. Or in the original recording, I wasn't meant to say that, but of course, OBS, we love you, OBS, but we are going to spend the next few minutes exploring Castelia City because obviously Castelia City is big. I believe it is up until this point at least, it's the biggest city that Pokemon has ever rendered and most detailed that Pokemon has ever, up to this point at least. Obviously, we probably gotten bigger, more expansive ones during the 3D era. Now, I do get the Leaf Stone from this guy. I was debating on whether to get it or not, and then I just was like, yeah, I'll get it. Now, honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna keep Tarzan. I'm gonna keep it over 50, mostly because there are better options in a passage. Now, I will put up a poll, obviously. If you guys like Tarzan, he can stay out, train him up a bit, and, you know, I'll evolve him probably before the 4th gym. But I'll keep him a little baby for a little longer, obviously, if he stays. But where was I? Castelia City. Now, this is based off New York. Now, not to be that guy, but modern New York kind of stinks, right? So, New York, be the New York, Japan. Be the New York, Japan thinks you are, you know? Because this is beautiful. This is gorgeous, you know? And again, it's such a again, this is on a already nearing obsolescent console, because I think this and its sequel game are ripe for a 3D era. So this is already the DS is already being pushed to its max, you know, and it's again look at this, it's rendered so well, it's everything, and again you don't see it doesn't look super good, and it's because I have it on low quality textures just so you guys can actually see the game run smoothly instead of, you know, have it be choppy and laggy and all over the place, you know. But even then, it's like, whatchamacallit? But even then, it's like beautiful. Like, you can't deny just how well done this is for. And I believe I asked this question, but where did this Game Freak go? You know, Game Freak used to be full of passion in every aspect, the music, the lore, the designs, all of it. So full of passion. Now we have whatever we have now. Like, it's not great. Now, I haven't seen anything on the new Pokemon game, and Legends ZA, I will admit I used to hate it. I did jump on the hate train, but I did watch videos on it. That game is a giant meme. It's a meme, but also when you think about it, it's a good looking game, you know. I believe it has the right idea. But like Scarlet and Violet and all that stuff, it's like Legends Arceus was great, ZA was great, but Scarlet and Violet and you know, by extension the other ones are like, they're not the greatest games, to say the least. They're visually great, but they're not great, you know, compared to the other ones. Now, we do battle this guy, and we're like, okay, Topher's got this, you know, it's just this one guy. And I see he has one Rugal, and I'm like, cool. Now, imagine my surprise when he's level 21. I was like, ah! None of my Pokemon are even level 20. Even Eddie Hall, who's sitting at level 18, is just like, buddy, like, and he would have been the best option. Obviously, Eddie Hall would have probably clobbered this guy in terms of pure brute attack. Eddie Hall is Eddie Hall, you know, he's the strongest Pokemon in the world. But I was like, I need to train Topher, I need to get Topher up to speed here. What's the word? Now, this is scary, okay? Vine Whip and into Fury Strike 5 times, Topher's almost KO'd here, and my plan was to basically boost Topher up until the point where Topher can 1-2-shot this guy, because, I mean, Topher is 5 levels behind, 4 to 5 levels behind, right? So, 4 levels, I can't do math, we're 4 levels behind, so I panic here, I hold my breath, but then like 2 times, it's whatever. Topher can definitely put in another work up here. And then Topher avoids another Fury Strike, so Topher actually buys some time. Topher's cooking, dude. We love Topher. What's the word? We love Topher for that, but Fury Strike's going again. And then Topher's like, work up again. I believe, yeah, I heal up here, because I was like, I don't know if I should go for it, because he could go for Wang Whip and basically decimate most of my health, but he doesn't. He goes for Leech Seed, which is surprising, because Leech Seed wasn't going to do him a whole lot of good by that point, because Topher was already pretty boosted in terms of pure brute strength. So, I go for Tackle here. Now, they go for Fury Swipes, and again, I hold my breath, and 3 times. So, 3 times wasn't too bad, right? Now, here's where I'm like, okay, Topher's already within range to 2-shot this guy. If I hit one more work up, it could have potentially been a 1-shot. And Topher avoiding the last Fury Strikes, that probably would have KO'd him, actually. That means Topher's cooking, you know, Topher's him, you know? But, we actually got through that fight nice and easy. Obviously, this guy, a little more dollar, little bit, he gets a little jiggy with it, like, here, and, then he tells us, hey, you know, you gotta look for more dancers, you know. So he says there's 3 of them, right? So it's like, oh, we gotta find 2 more, and I know where they are. I know where one of them is, at least at this point. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna keep exploring because I don't want to fight him. I don't want to fight him right now. And I see one of them. I found the 3rd one, and I get a little distracted with this cafe. I was like, ooh, cafe. So I go in, look around. I was like, ooh, it's a nice cafe. Talk to this guy who talks about. He says probably one of the deepest things. Well, not deep, but one of the more factual things about music when it comes to melodies. And I was like, wait a minute. I can talk to the guy on the counter. Maybe I could get a coffee. And I was like, can I get a coffee with some creamer? And he just gives me a lemonade instead. He's like, here you go. You're too young for coffee, boy. And I take the lemonade, whatever, right? So I tried seeing if he'd sell some more stuff. He didn't, so I just... And I'll be honest, this scares me. This scared the living daylights out of me. I'm not gonna lie. But I was like, it's whatever, you know, I'm not gonna make a big secret about it. He gives me Flash. Yeah, it's TM70 Flash. He gives me Flash here, and I was like, okay, cool. I got Flash. And he talks about the move and how it works, and I was like, okay, cool, whatever, la la la, you know. So we keep going through Castelia City. We do stop at the battle company here. And I was thinking, should I go in there? I go in there and I was like, wait a minute, I remember this building. This building was a battle, like a bit of a, kind of, you could say like a little bit of like a small, like a battle, not simulation, but a battle, like a little gauntlet. So I decided to keep exploring and I was like, I'm gonna do that next video. Because, you know, I want to explore Castelia City more in depth. Simply because I didn't want to make the video super long, so the rendering wouldn't take forever. I was still exploring Castelia City, nonetheless, right? I mean, it's a really nice, I guess, so much to look at, and I feel like I still needed so much more to look at. I talked to this guy, and he was like, hey, I like to paint a psychic type Pokemon. I was like, well, I don't have a Dreamer with me, so Dreamer is chilling on my PC, so I'm just gonna vibe and just go elsewhere, you know? So, I keep going, I keep running, you know, and I like that they animated, or they had a constant stream of NPC spawn in. To give the impression the city was busy. Like, it's, especially on this one, look at that, like, it's so really nice. Now, this right here is also nice. That building to the right is none other than Game Freak, and I don't know if you noticed it, but that's actually their little logo on the little billboard. It's super neat, it's really, really nice. But, aside from that, I'm pretty sure that's all we had to see here in Castelia City today. And unfortunately, again, I'm sorry I had to kind of leave it as a voiceover because I already saved my game after recording. I always save it, and I didn't realize that I already had, or I didn't realize that my mic wasn't recording. So yeah, but I'm gonna end it off here. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Again, I apologize for the voiceover, but if you do prefer the voiceovers, do let me know in the comments. But with that being said, do what you guys usually do, drop a like, comment, and of course, if you're brand new here, consider subscribing and hit that notification bell, that way you're notified every time I upload a new video, stream, or put up a new community post. Again, just a reminder, I will be doing a birthday stream here on Thursday, where we'll be opening up Pokemon packs and actually having some lunch together. So if you wanna come down, have some chill vibes, and, you know, put the chaos of daily life aside for a little bit, just to come chill with your boy, then feel free. Again, you don't have to. It's just a little bit of an invitation, you know. Aside from that, I figured out what game I do want to play on Sunday, and it will be Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, so if you want to be there for that, feel free. But I'm going to leave it at that. You guys have a great rest of your week, stay mystic, and I will see you guys on stream on Thursday. Peace out.